listening to Divided from sunny Southern California with your host, Nordy. Now, let's start the show.
Well, another day, another week. If you haven't heard the name George Floyd by now, I don't know. You must be living under a rock or somewhere in a forest away from all the madness. And in a way, I envy you, because what we saw over the weekend is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. It's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets any better. Cops out there thinking they can murder innocent black people. You know, hey, here in San Clemente, we had a peaceful protest. The surrounding cities, Huntington Beach, over in Santa Ana, you know, up in LA, all the way down south to San Diego, right below us, not so much. And I'm not going to be the guy to tell black people how to protest. All I can do is provide the soundtrack. This one is from a band out of Philly. One of my favorite bands in Philadelphia right now is on fire. So here's a song about police brutality. Mischief Brew with Thanks Bastards. I'm Nordy. Stay safe out there. Keep it tuned right here to The Divided.
Thank you, Mr. Officer Great, for all the things you said to me, for all the good that you have ever done. Without you, what would I be? You're the gas upon my flames, my love and rage all roll up into one. For every time your gun goes off, a new rebel is born. So when there's 41 bullets, it's 41,000 thorns in your side. We'll take a ride down to precinct 29, and we'll sing and dance and break the code of silence. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor. To the mayor and the commissioner. Your monster is alive now. She's taken to the streets, crashing through your opera house and tearing at the seats. For all the times you sign your name, someone out there dies. Found a wallet, not a gun, and mothers wiping tears from her eyes. We despise your hollow truths and honest lies. Now you can sing the monster into slumber. Shadows of our state. I've seen the bones that try to hide, cutthroat living's on the side, the flood of U.S. bathwater displaced. The funeral march of all the victims of your power war. Rob the rights and steal the night, and rebels shall be born forevermore. You're the storm, we shall play after it pours, and joy is sure to come after your silence. Your joy is sure to come after your silence. Thanks, bastards! Thanks, bastards! Thanks, bastards! Thanks, bastards! I took the goods and ran. I took the goods and ran. I took the goods and ran.
A soundtrack for all the madness that's going on. Hey, this was bound to happen at some point. Videos left and right of police brutality. People are fed up. And that right there was Mischief Brew with Thanks Bastards right here on The Divided. And I'm going to keep it going. This one's not so much a protest tune as it's just teenage angst. This one's called Never Trust a Man Who Plays Guitar off the album of the same name by Wingnut Dishwashers Union. Keep it tuned right here to The Divided.
System, death in life. System, the surgeon's knife. System, hacking at the cord. System, a child is born. Poor little fucker, poor little kid, never asked for life, no she never did. Poor little baby, poor little mite, crying out for food as her parents fight. Crying out for food as her parents fight.
System, send him to school. System, force him to crawl. System, teach him how to cheat. System, kick him off his feet. Poor little schoolboy, poor little lad, they'll pat him if he's good and they'll beat him if he's bad. Poor little kid, poor little chap, they'll force feed his mind with their useless crap. Force feed his mind with their useless crap.
System, they'll teach her how to cook. System, they'll teach her how to look. System, they'll teach her all the tricks. System, create another victim for their greasy pricks. Poor little girly, poor little wench, another little object to prod and pinch. Poor little sweetie, poor little filly, they'll fuck her mind so they can fuck her silly. Fuck her mind so they can fuck her silly.
System, he's grown to be a man. System, he's been taught to fit the plan. System, 40 years of jobs. System, pushing little buttons, pulling little knobs. Poor little worker, poor little serf, working like a mule for half of what he's worth. Poor little grafter, poor little gent, working for the cash that he's already spent. Working for the cash that he's already spent. He's selling his life.
She's his loyal wife.
Timid as a mouse.
She's got her little house.
He's got his little car.
They'll share the cocktail bar.
She likes to cook his meals.
You know something that appeals.
Sometimes he works late.
So his supper has to wait.
But she doesn't really mind.
Cause he's getting overtime.
He puts a bit away.
Just for a rainy day.
Cause every little counts.
When the cost of living mounts.
Lottery each week.
Hoping for that lucky break.
They would take a trip abroad.
Do the things they can't afford.
She'd like to have a fur.
He'd like a bigger car.
They could buy a bungalow.
With furniture for show.
He might think of leaving work.
But he wouldn't want a shirt.
He would much prefer to stay.
Get an honest day's pay.
He's got a life to work ahead.
There's no rest for the dead.
She's trying to make it it nice.
He said thank you once or twice.
System, 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 deprived of any hope. System, 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 taught they couldn't cope. System, 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 slaves right from the start. System, 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 till death do them part. Poor little fuckers, what a sorry pair. Had their lives stolen but they didn't really care. Poor little darlings, just your ordinary folks. Victims of the system and its cruel jokes. Victims of the system and its cruel jokes. The couple views the wreckage and dreams of home sweet home. They'd almost paid their mortgage when the system dropped its bomb.
These times are for changing and simply rearranging the way we live our lives. Taken for granted, ignorance plans and our only skill is to die. We'll stand by and watch things melt down. But why not try and fix things once and for all? 'Cause poverty and famine we cause to our planet, and one day you'll catch up on us. With your face up in your phone, panic is unknown, and maybe you should wake the fuck up. Yeah. Sad to say, ignorance of the importance of this job we have to take seriously, or we might come to find the end one day. One day. One day. 'Cause selfish individuals ruin the things we need. Fancy cars and steam press suits, and I don't think this list could end. Need I say more? Should I even sing anymore? This reasoning we subside with should not be taken for granted. These times are for changing and simply rearranging the way we live our lives. Taken for granted, ignorance plans, and our only skill is to die. We'll stand by, watch things melt down. But why not try and fix things once and for all? 'Cause poverty and famine we cause to our planet, and one day it'll catch up on us. With your face up in your phone, panic is unknown, and maybe you should wake the fuck up.
It seemed like everyone I knew was dying. I looked in the mirror and I was on fire. Somebody yelled out, "Hey, stop, drop, and roll." I said, "That might save my skin, but it won't save my soul. That might save my skin, but it won't save my soul." You swallow hard and you bottle it up. Try to pretend you're a half-full cup. Believe what they're feeding, you're eating it up. While I'm reading books about how they're corrupt. I'm reading books about how they're corrupt. He says he's protecting us, but he's a liar. And I know deep down that it's down to the wire. My heart will stop if I put out the fire. As long as I'm burning, I'll keep on yearning to save the world. Not sure how, but I'm learning. Since what they call the beginning of man, blood has been shed for the rape of the land. They call it civilized, I call it crap. Our only hope is to look further back. Our only hope is to look further back. If we really want for this world to survive, we'll just take what we need to stay alive. It's a mistake to just take and not give. It's not true that we must murder to live. It's not true that we must murder to live. He says he's protecting us, but he's a liar. And I know deep down that it's down to the wire. My heart will stop if I put out the fire. As long as I'm burning, I'll keep on yearning to save the world. Not sure how, but I'm learning. And telling the truth the best way that I'm able. I'm placing my cards all face up on the table. It's okay to be scared, you don't have to act tough. Just take all that pain and turn it into love. Take all that pain and turn it into love. And let your emotions be fuel to your flame. Being on fire will keep you awake. If somebody yells out, hey, stop, drop, and roll, say that might save my skin, but it won't save my soul. That might save my skin, but it won't save my soul.
Creeping up to 20 minutes after the hour on the Divided, and we're right in the middle of a cop block. That was Kimya Dawson with Fire, Smitten for Trash before that with The Planet, Systematic Death by Crass as done by Jeffrey Lewis, and Wingnut Dishwashers Union, Never Trust a Man Who Plays Guitar. Now, I'm going to keep it going, but I just want to say, I know that there's organizers out there that are paying people to do this. There's even cops that are trying to organize, not counter-protest, but infiltrate the anti-fascist groups and cause even more havoc than was even planned. Or maybe there wasn't anything planned and they're inciting it. But if you're one of those people pushing this narrative that George Soros is somehow behind leftist protesters, a big heartfelt fuck you. This one's by the window-smashing job creators called Paid Protesters Blues. Not meant to be taken seriously. Just listen. Keep it tuned right here to The Divided.
One, two, 3, 4. And if you want a piece of sex, we'll drink out of an empty glass and wake up on the dead shores of tomorrow. Let's go! We'll gather up our sober selves, walk on our soft hardware shelves, and get ourselves there's nothing left to borrow.
Yes! 100 years ago, they used to put on a white sheet and use a bloodhound against Negroes. Today, they have taken off the white sheet and put on police uniforms. They've traded in the bloodhounds for police dogs, and they're still doing the same thing.
yourself to be. To be.
Quickly coming up to the half hour on the Divided, that was Ludlow with Trust No Cop, Blackbird, Raum out of Santa Cruz, I miss them, with Witches, Olympia's own window smashing job creators with Paid Protesters Blues. Go check out their album Full Unemployment. Pretty much one of the best folk punk, I guess it's what you want to call it now. I don't know, acoustic punk. It's music. Pretty much one of the best folk punk releases of the last 5 years, in my humble opinion. There's lots of great music out there, but that group just kind of taps into something. Like I was talking, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, some artists find a way of tapping into your subconscious, where it's like everything they do, you can't help but enjoy. Not every album's going to be your favorite. Not every album's going to sound the same, but there's something special about that group. And coming up, this is going to be a lot different from our first half hour, and it's going to be all over the place because these are submissions that I've been wanting to play. Some of them for a while, and some of them are just coming in hot off the press. This one's out of Newcastle, Australia. Band's called Outer Control off their album Headed to Uranus. Life is Strange. Keep it tuned right here to The Divided.
Life. part. In fact, never play this again.
Surrounded by an atmosphere of fear, the devastation's now much more severe. The innocent are being killed, and if your profile fits the bill, you'll see those flashing lights more than your peers. And now those lights are drawing near. Serve and protect. Ooh. Serve and protect. Not you. Serve and protect. Ooh. Serve and protect. Not you. We are there to protect and serve us all, but many feel it's safer not to call. When danger is ugly and we think of those who wound up dead because of prejudice is their downfall. The time has come to make the call. Serve and protect. Ooh. Serve and protect. Not you. Serve and protect. Ooh. Serve and protect. Not you. Cops who care about saving human lives will take the time to hear those troubled cries. But far too often in reality, hatred will corrupt authority. They don't protect you, they don't protect me. They protect themselves, they will cut our throats and watch us bleed. And now those lights are drawing near. Serve and protect. Ooh. Serve and protect. Not you. Serve and protect. Ooh. Serve and protect. Not you. Not you. The time has come to break the wall of silence. Hey, did you know some people died today? Watch all the news on my TV. The shooter's now in custody. When's it gonna happen next? You treat the symptoms and leave the rest. Why change the TV station and forget that I'm looking at you? And if gun control was a cure, not a quick fix, I'd focus on disarmament to heal the wound that's come unstitched. To a heart attack, it would be a sneeze, an hurricane and feel like a breeze. I think I found the cause of this time's thing. We're looking at you. Start questioning what you believe. We're looking at you. Stay down to white supremacy. We're looking at you. And you. We're looking at you. Mass shooting.
What you're about to hear could be disturbing.
One of the worst school shootings ever. 15 dead bodies still being identified.
Let's go to Dayton, Ohio now, where the second mass shooting in the United States has occurred in just 13 hours.
Unless the government starts responding very differently very soon, I'm afraid that we're only going to see more of this.
few submissions for you right here on The Divided. That was the Beatersband, Come On Let's Go. The Carvels, Bitter Pill, Up or Downer, We're Looking at You, off their split with Public Serpents. That was the East Coast versus West Coast split. You can find it on the Tent City Records Bandcamp, or go buy it. So, Apathy Cycle before that, off their latest record with Trigger Warning, and Outer Control out of Newcastle, Australia with Life is Strange. Before we get back into more music, I want to remind you, you can follow the Sick Podcasting Collective and get every episode of The Divided. We are on pretty much all of the platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the iHeartRadio Network, Podbay.fm, and of course Podbean. If you follow us on Podbean, let me know. Let me know what you think of the platform and maybe what we can do something different there, because we have a lot more creative control of the content through Podbean. And we're trying to put out, well, we're not trying, we are putting out new stuff every day. Dar's Picks is back. That's coming out on Wednesday. The Divided's on every Monday. Sick Boys Radio every Thursday. And of course our Sick Talks. If you enjoy the Sick Talks, be sure to check out Sick Boys Radio, because we get into some deep conversations, and I know a lot of people find them entertaining apparently, and we really felt the love last week. Coming up next for you off of his latest record, No Dream, out now on Polyvinyl Records. Go buy it. This is Jeff Rosenstock with State Line. Keep it tuned right here to The Divided.
More often than
Quickly reaching the end of The Divided. If you want to be heard on this show, be sure to hit me up, thedividednordy@gmail.com or facebook.com/thedividedpodcast. And if you have anything you want me to plug that you have coming up, or you want to call into the show and talk about something that's on your mind, you have a disagreement with me, or you just want the soapbox, it's yours. Just hit me up, like I said, thedividednordy@gmail.com. That was Dusk right there with the names you got. Leather Jacket by Joyce Manor, and State Line, new one from Jeff Rosenstock. If you haven't heard No Dream yet, go look it up. Now playing us out, this artist is sort of new, to me at least, Teddy Hyde with Terry's Taxidermy. I'm Nordy. This has been episode 57 of The Divided. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next week.
You could die and come back as someone else if you're enticed by what I sell. Just need to sign and I'll stuff you well here at Terry's.
They're dying to be rebuilt with bigger smiles like you wish they did. Hindsight is a tricky thing, so get creative. Lilac eyes that'll never wilt, can't say goodbye with no lungs to fill. Comfy company, a human quilt, use preservation.
Sweet and special doll to life. So I keep this mental compromise justification. But the nights are cold next to empty chests and polished arms in which I'd never rest. I come to harm but they can never fret. Isolation. And I've got a heart pumping messy blood, and all these parts I could better cut, and quit the farce of these imperfect guts. Contemplation. Sleep on a couch in an empty home, kicked out of bed by the memory foam. Reason it out with the hands I've sold. My poised and harlot eternal.
Thank you all for joining us today as we celebrate the life of Dr. Titch. As many of you know, Terrence attempted to taxidermy himself. He was a man of perfectionism, not a man of foresight, and consequently he started with his eyes. What followed was less than his best work, leading to today's service being a closed casket. If you'll all please join me in prayer.
Jesus Christ! Someone help me pick him up.